So I've opened up a bank account with every single bank in the UK, so I can tell you which one is actually the worst. So if you don't already know, I've been labelled as a D1 Revolut hater, and that is true. I hate Revolut, and they will always remain as my least favourite bank in the UK, but I thought it would be interesting to talk about some runner-ups. Now, a runner-up is AIB, or Allied Irish Bank. Now, you can't get this account if you don't live in Northern Ireland, but it's interesting to see because they are so prehistoric. If you know anything about Irish banking, you'll know that they are living in the past, and Allied Irish Bank follows suit. They are actually so prehistoric. I recently did their switch offer for about £200, and it might have been one of the most insane banking experiences I've ever had. Now, another runner-up has to be TSB. TSB is one of the worst customer service experiences I've ever had. I did their switch offer last year, which was a pretty good switch offer. I can't fault them on that. They literally did something like £350 worth of value earlier this year in a switch offer, the highest we've ever seen. But their products and services are entirely lackluster. There is literally nothing good about banking with TSB. I mean, those are just two examples of some banks that have completely lacked innovation over the past 15 years. And that's why you'll see really popular banks like Revolut, Monzo, Starling, all of those digital banks see an incredible revenue spike simply because other banks aren't innovating. Now, I've talked about Revolut, and I cannot fault Revolut for their innovative digital features. But one thing remains true, and that is that they have not scaled their customer care alongside those digital features. Revolut are the most likely financial product or service to not reimburse you in the event of a fraud or a scam. Now, I get a lot of comments that are like, oh, just don't get scammed. Well, it's not really that easy, and if your bank account gets hacked, there's literally nothing you can do in a lot of instances. They're also having really bad regulatory issues, considering that they applied for their full UK banking license in July of 2021. We're now nearly in 2026. They received their restricted banking license back in 2024, July 2024, and usually that's meant to last about a year, but it's lasted longer. I wonder why.